Hi everyone, I'm Professor Sir Chris Evans, born in Port Talbot, brought up on the Sandfields estate. When I was about 12, I went to St Joseph's Comprehensive uptown in Port Talbot, and lunchtimes we used to go out and get our chips and sausage and batter from Dalrymple's chip shop and go and eat that in St Mary's churchyard. And there I came across Richard Lewis's grave, you know, along with lots of other young blokes. And we sort of used to read that, and unfortunately one of the older boys in the school who was there, he told us that Richard was an outlaw, was a bandit, was a robber, and he was caught and he was hanged in Cardiff and then buried here in Aberavon, where he was born. And sort of believed that for a while till one of the teachers in school, when I was talking about it, said, no, you got that wrong, Chris. He was actually a very, very nice man, and he was from Port Talbot, and his dad moved to Merthyr. The family went there, and Richard got a job there down in the mines, working really hard, grafting. It was in Merthyr where he was then persuaded to join in what became known as the Merthyr Uprising, where lots of very poor, very hard-working people were essentially just complaining to all the rich buggers who owned everything and supposedly were paying them a pittance, and they were working all hours. They could barely put food on the table to feed the kids, and so that became this sort of rebellion, this sort of uprising in Merthyr. When I first read the script, Stuart Broad had sent to me for the play they were doing, I just thought it was brilliant. I knew quite a bit about the story then, and I just thought, this whole gross injustice, you talk of iniquity, Richard Lewis lost his life for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Lots of people at the time knew it as well, and people knew he was being set up, and it was political, and he was being used as an example. Totally unfair. And the fact that his wife, who was very pregnant, lost the baby with a miscarriage shortly after the hanging because of the stress and emotion of it all. I mean, like a double iniquity in a way. I think it's all unfair. So anyway, I decided to support Stuart for the with his script for the play creation, and went and see it up in Edinburgh, in the Edinburgh Festival, and it was fantastic. I mean, it was the best play by miles. I saw a whole raft of things going on up in Edinburgh. Nothing could hold a candle to iniquity. It was extremely compelling, and lots of other people I chatted to when I was watching that, Americans and Canadians and Australians who were there watching it, went, wow, what a powerful story. So, I thought superb. And now that Stuart and the gang have come forward to make a film, I'm going to support them again. I just think it would be fantastic to have the film out there. I think it could be extremely powerful, send all sorts of messages, but in itself, the story, I think, is immensely powerful. Richard Lewis, Dick Penderyn deserves it, deserves his soul to be set free, deserves to be pardoned. We need to get a petition into Downing Street, and after 195 years, I think it's time that Richard Lewis, Dick Penderyn, was indeed set free. And iniquity, let's get the film done. Let's get the film made. We can do it. We need hundreds of other people, maybe even thousands in Wales, all chuck a few bob in the pot. Thousands of people putting in a few bob, and suddenly you got millions. You make the film, right? Let's get it done. I can't wait. Brilliant. Good luck, Stuart.